Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are taking a look at The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. This is season 1, episode 4. Guys, this has been so great taking this journey. The Walking Dead is back, and I'm here for it. I want to get to it.
This episode was highly regarded in the screeners from everyone, especially since Denai has her fingers all over this one from the back end, and of course she's on screen as well. Cannot wait. Let's go! During this, folks, we will let you know that the Oakster will probably be out for this episode and the next one, because I believe he's currently in the air right now as we speak during this recording. So, no Oak for this episode and the next one, folks. We apologize if you were expecting him.
A screensaver? Oh, they are low. Okay. Oh, that was a pretty far drop. I'm glad they showed it.
A decent drop.
Welcome home.
That looked like, yeah.
Michonne. We need to talk.
Wow.
I like it.
That was a great
opener. It was a little
opener.
quick from what I was expecting, but I still liked it.
Yeah, I did like how they got to the point. I don't know where we are. I don't know where that office building is. Or
God, this music is just banging.
The intros has been different. I think this one's different.
It feels like they're doing tiny little tidbits.
Yeah.
Let's see how they end this one. Okay, it is with both of them. Okay.
We needed a timeout.
I can't believe you did that.
I can't believe you said that.
Shit. The hell is this place?
Look at this setup. Michonne's like, I'm getting out of this shit.
Which, I mean, I'd be like, hey, this gear is pretty nice. Walker proof?
Well, granted, they are soaked, so they probably want to dry a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. What you doing, Rick?
What you doing, Rick? Oh, yes, they showed the scars a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to explain
they address that.
Please address it.
Or maybe he's just going to see it and be like, oh, wow, it's what she's been through.
I hope she tells Rick, too, like, hey, just so you know, I had to mow down like 15 kids to save Judith. Come on, Rick, ask.
You lose yours, huh? I know what they do. You want to call them here?
Written better than I.
This was one of my faves growing up.
Ha! Ramona and Beezus.
I loved her so much. I thought I was meant to be a writer for a while there. You've become a bit of a creative writer these days. That note in the getaway boat. Poetry. Give another masterpiece for your children.
Oh, she said children.
To tell them that I found their father and
That
he
implies
sent me
more than
away
one.
and chose not to come home to them.
You said children.
His name is Rick.
We got it out!
Yes!
I
Finally.
was pregnant when the bridge happened.
That's a new tidbit.
Yeah.
He's almost 8.
You
Changes.
need to give me the PRB.
I just told you have a son. I don't know who you are anymore.
I'm trying to keep you and them alive. You need to give it to me.
What did you say?
You need to give it to me.
Raising our kids.
I tried everything.
Your preferred temperature will be reached.
Where is that thing? I told you not to show them who you are. And you break the kill record. I'm trying to get you out of here alive, and you pull us out of a goddamn helicopter.
I don't like who you are with them. It isn't you.
You think I want this?
Dude, this dialogue so far.
It's been great.
Are you gonna give it to me?
We just let them win.
Look at me. They won a long time ago. They won the day Jadis brought me here. She was running away from Alexandria. She saw me half dead at the riverbank. She will destroy our home.
You want me to go?
I want you to live. She's threatened by us because together, you and me, she thinks we could do anything.
We can stop her.
You saw what happened to your friends. It will happen to everyone we know.
We kill her then. Should have done that in the beginning.
Not wrong.
Both of us couldn't go home. Would you have gone if I told you?
We find her evidence. We kill her. And then we go home.
Does Rick believe anymore?
What did they do to you?
We need to go back.
Do you still love me?
Always. That's our helicopter. You saved our lives.
Wow.
So we're gone.
Yeah.
They think they're donezo. Unless that beacon goes off.
Jadis will think we died in there. They all will.
No.
See, come on!
What did you say?
I'm not going home.
Whoa. What?
I thought he's... Because there's no way I don't think he would have hit the beacon that early, but...
I know how it ends. You know your son, the one you haven't asked anything about?
Jeez, what a shot.
He and Judith tell each other the story of what you did. Nat, my friend who your people killed.
They're not my damn people.
He said that to me once when I said I had to keep looking for you. I was so sure he was wrong, but he wasn't. I found you, but I didn't. This is not what I had in my head at all. We just got a way out. They think we're dead, and you want to stay.
I have to keep them from coming for our home.
They're coming for it. You know that?
They could one day.
One day?
I've been looking the other way, and you said it. They kill innocent people. Isn't that what you wanted?
Oh, this is bullshit.
Listen to me.
This is starting to get annoying by Rick.
His name was Okafor, and he's who saved my life.
Do you remember the life we built? What we were building? It's kept people alive. A soldier at attention for this army. And I thought, he's a prisoner here, and we have to break out.
Losing people we love. This felt like a way or a chance to stop that, not to surrender to it, to fight.
That place is not your responsibility.
I see.
Right.
Thorne's one of them. Now I'm the only one left.
You're trying to keep us safe by maybe changing the CRM one day.
That sounds like Dale talking.
You won't come home with me? To your life?
I don't want to do this. I have to.
Wow, Rick is... This is interesting.
So no.
You're lying. Your wish is granted. I found you. Fought for you. You're lying.
That book on the coffee table is called The Art of Revolution that they had just out of shot. It's interesting they put that there.
They gotta be teasing Morgan. I could be really wrong, but that's, like I said, I always get that vibe.
I mean, I see what Rick's trying to do. He wants to change the big picture, but Michonne's like, we've got our chance now. He knows it's an impossible force to take on unless you change it from the inside.
He might not do it now, but when she's fighting some walkers, he's gonna be wah right there.
Is he going to catch her? I hope. Do you leave behind? Oh, there's another helicopter. Well, they're going to check on the crash, obviously.
Yep. Oh, look at that walker. JC, is that you? Or is that... Was that DC? David Chen?
Whoa, what are they making sure?
They want no evidence.
I guess.
This is getting wild.
This is a great episode. This is a great episode, man.
Yeah. We can't breach from this high, even if it's a defensible position.
I don't even have a weapon, Commando. Goddamn defensible position.
Commando, really?
That's great. What is
Oh,
this?
no. Well, that's interesting, dude.
Well, unless they were just showing a lab where there was no way out, but there's got to be more to
what's the lab
it.
for?
Right.
They destroy any evidence that they exist. That's
There
why
we
they
go.
took out the helicopter.
Oh, here we go.
It's just time. When I conceived of Greenwood, it was so clear. Like-minded innovators in various fields seeking to live off the grid, to create a new, more sustained and hopeful tomorrow. But I can't face how much I have failed everyone. Let me be remembered as one who refused to leave the world the same way I found it.
Oh.
When folks try to save the world their own way, it tends to go to shit.
Rick.
Except without the killing of innocent people. Except that part.
And I'll stop the killing. I'll find a way.
Just like her. This is not you, Rick.
This isn't me. How? That I would give everything, my hand, my life for you. That's not me.
The only time I feel safe is when I'm with you. We don't have to be afraid.
Yes, we do.
So that's what I tell your son? That his father didn't want to know anything about him because he was so afraid.
I'm not the brave man.
Oh.
Oh.
You shouldn't have come.
You don't know a goddamn thing anymore, do you? This is who you are now. Maybe I should be afraid of you in the red uniforms. I don't know what you're capable of. You think I'm not beating myself up for not being with my kids right now?
That's why you should go.
Oh. Jeez, Rick.
Whoa! I swear, if he pulls the Shane line of "it ain't like it was before, Michonne," I'm gonna lose it.
Because the man I knew would never talk to me like that. Ever.
Dude, he has gotten cold.
Maybe they'll bond over working together.
Okay, so now we're going to get a little glimpse of We Can Do Anything,
I
right?
had this.
I had this.
Oh, a little competition. Oh!
Sorry.
Oh, damn it. Hug the wall.
I know that.
Oh. Okay, they're both still standing.
It's just the lights out. Oh, shit.
It's trapped.
Okay, it's just trapped, not stabbed.
Rick, how? There's no time.
Just start taking them out. Maybe they'll fall on top of one another and
gonna say,
clear
why
and
can't-
clog up the path.
Why can't Rick go and pop like 2 of them quick and then come back? Build like a little wall. I will say, I'm happy to be nervous again with The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Because I'm nervous here. Before it was just too damn predictable. It's a lot of dead weight.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Bet you wish you had both hands, hey, Rick?
What you gonna do now, sport?
Your left.
See, this is what I mean. Like, from the first episode, they showed us that Rick is, like, more dangerous now with one hand than he was with two because of everything all the knowledge he's gained in the training.
We just got to get his attitude back.
Yeah. I swear to God, if there was any ninja walkers,
It's going to be party time now, I think.
they can have party time, but just check each other because we know how the ninja walkers are in
Yeah.
this damn universe. They did it with Carl. They did, there's a couple others they did this with too. Bob.
Yep.
Okay, do your party time and search each other. Make sure that
I'm
there's
pretty
no bites.
sure they're going to see if there's bites at this point.
Oh boy, what's going on?
No, he's just finally kind of breaking the CRM brainwashing, I think.
I think that was the symbol of it. Maybe.
Maybe. No, you guys be careful. That's how you got RJ.
So he's really good looking.
Save the light brown skin. It's hard to tell it had anything to do with it. He does have your good kind of heart, though. That's what reminds me the most of you.
You noticed how thin they were. Walkers, cities intact, no burned out buildings, no fallen walls, no bullet holes.
They may have starved,
Well, they kept this place going a good while.
but no crops.
Well, even if they did have them, crops fail. One bad harvest, something has to burn to bring it back. If I could change the CRM, there's a chance for future generations, a real chance.
You're lying to yourself.
This mark on your back.
Yes.
Well, about that.
Was a woman, college buddy,
You knew her?
searching for you every day. Me and Daryl.
Finally, they bring up Daryl.
I couldn't stop believing you were still out there, needing help, needing me. She encouraged me to keep looking. I was 7 months pregnant. She stole Judith, then some other kids. Did this to me and Daryl.
You killed her?
Yes.
And
Good.
I stopped looking for you. I had to take care of the baby, take care of Judith, but I kept believing that you are not gone forever. I still believe that.
Season 4, episode 8. Too far gone.
You did this to get away.
It was the only way. I was trying to come home.
You have the button. You could have hid it, Rick. You haven't. You say you can't go home, but I don't think you can go back.
Classic Rick Grimes decision.
This is kind of like season 1 or season 2 right now ish. Shades.
You know.
I'm sorry for what they did to you.
See,
Why are they still there?
Too much party time. You guys got to get out of there.
Running out of time.
We need to decide what's next.
This place is going down.
Sit. It's not time to go.
This is going to end on like a cliffhanger of the building coming down.
After I left here, why did you come after me?
I couldn't just let you go. It felt like my heart ripped itself out of my chest and walked out the door.
Then come home with me. When this army attacked my friends, I got hit too, trying to recover with Nat for a year from my time with my kids. I lied to you. I don't know how Judith is. Why give them any more? This hope that you have in the CRM, sacrificing yourself, it's not real. Our love, it doesn't get denied. This back and forth, you're hurting me. What did they do to you?
Carl. They took Carl. I lost him again. When I got taken, I fought and I fought. Not just by trying to get away, but I'd meet up with Carl in my dreams.
Oh.
And that's how I survived in here. And then one day he was just gone. But then I started dreaming of you. You and I fell in love, and then you were gone too. And I can't live without you. Without you, I die. I know how to be dead and live. Now, won't lose you again. What if I lose you and I can't figure out how to die all over again? I can't. I needed to get ahead of it, Michonne. I can't. When I saw you, I got so scared. At least if I think you will live on longer than me, without knowing if you do, I can just believe that it's true. Knowing. See, that love. I won't survive that, Michonne. I just won't.
Well, at least we finally got to look into Rick's psyche.
Yep.
I mean, he is
broken as they come.
And he just is running and wants to just believe that things are okay out there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did he get him back?
If Carl were here right now, what would he say?
Oh, Carl would kick his ass.
Despite all the odds, all the years, I found you, Rick, through the hell that we have both been through to take you home. You think that's all
Rick.
for nothing? We go home, Rick. That's how we make it all make sense. We love on each other as hard as we can, while we can.
Elevator has 10 minutes left of reserve power.
Oh, sounds like good old Dr. Jenner's CDC.
Yep.
It's awesome to feel the unpredictability right now.
Yep.
I feel like, oh, look, he's out of gear. Rick Grimes is back.
He's back in his street clothes. Only 2 episodes left. Stop with the party time.
Stop. Let's focus.
Failure is never an
I thought
option.
that's failures.
Okay,
they're back to ass kicking here.
Okay, they're out on the street.
Oh, look at that. Oh, boy.
Stick shift.
Oh, come on, Rick.
They made a stick shift electric car. Tanks of ethanol in the backseat.
The hybrid.
We can make this whole damn world ours if we want to.
Yeah,
Sounds like something I say.
It is.
Shout out to the dreams. Oh, that got me. That got me a little bit.
So we got a Nissan Frontier. That's a hybrid.
Wow, are they really going to kind of end on a high note for an episode?
Boy, that's some symbology there. Oh,
They did end on a high note.
They did.
What?
They did.
Well, Mason Quinn,
Oh.
I can't believe they actually ended an episode on a high note like they just did right there. And
When's
I'm
the
not
last
complaining.
time that happened?
I'm not
been a
complaining.
minute.
I'm just shocked considering the tones that we've been experiencing through
Right.
4 episodes now of The Walking Dead. So, bravo.
Yeah, first off, apologies. I forgot that they showed the changing of the seasons when Michonne was in the mall. I was surprised that she was in there for a year, but I forgot that image they did of the window where they showed the seasons changing. So that's on me. I missed that. But man, what an episode. I mean, it's almost a mini arc for Rick to come back to who he was It was good to see Chandler again. It was good to see Carl. That was nice.
It's a heartbreaker.
It was great seeing him. But this whole thing, it was, Rick was broken the whole time. I mean, 8 years at the CRM, and part of him, I think, did believe that he could move up the ranks and change things. But I mean, he's General Beale is there. The whole systems are in place. Now, look, I get where Rick's coming from, and I don't know if it made the cut or not, but there's not an army left in the world that can take on the CRM that we've seen anyway. So that can't be...
in the U.S.
Yeah, that's what I mean, that we've seen. Yeah. That's why I said that's what we've seen. So I get Rick's point of like, look, you're not going to fight these guys. The best outcome you can hope for is to hide and stay under their radar and just not be noticed and hope that works out. So it's a very interesting thing. Like, Michonne is very idealistic, I think, in what she wants. Rick is being very logical in what the facts are because he's been there for 8 years. He's seen it. Now, that being said, it took Michonne to bring Rick back to who he was, to want to see his family, to at least want to try to see things her way, to see a better future. So I thought that was really good. The whole building that they found, there was a ton of Easter eggs with the books in the apartment, I think. Obviously, it showed... there was a tech aspect to it. They were trying to rebuild society in their way, which I thought was cool to see another group, even though we only saw the aftermath, but another group who tried to do things their way, tried to rebuild society, tried to make it happen. Don't know if it made the cut. There was a book on the coffee table called The Art of Revolution. That wasn't put there for no reason. Everything means something in The Walking Dead when it comes to set design and why they do things. Very rarely are things just slapped together, so I liked that. Rick grew up on a farm and can't drive stick shift, Diamond Dave. I know you brought it up, but that was surprising to me. Yeah. Come on, every farm kid out there knows how to drive stick by the time they're 12 years old, but I'll let it go. But a banger of an episode. Huge shout out to Denai for writing and directing this episode.
She didn't direct, but she wrote it.
Or she wrote, rather, not directed. Yeah,
Michael, I think, was...
Michael was the director, I think. But it was a really... Again, the thing I like about this show, about Dead City, about the Daryl show, is that we get to focus more on the characters that we really love, and they get so much more screen time and development. I just think it makes for an overall better product. So this one was no different. And again, we ended on a happy ending.
Yeah, I'm really shocked that we ended on a high note. Again, I'm not complaining by any means. Mm-hmm. It's just you're almost so used to some kind of
danger-ish
where, it's they're in a certain predicament, so to speak. So I'm glad they kind of showed a little hope for the end of the episode here. Thanks to all of you for kind of reminding me in the comic that it does end with the Commonwealth. Yeah. In my head, I still thought General B was playing like another character out of the comic. Mm-hmm. Again, remind me if I'm wrong on that, but I feel like there's shades of some comic character for General Beale. Either way, if it's not cool, I do like how they're giving us a very fresh perspective. Like some of you said, there's really nothing here right now that's really totally reflecting the comic.
All uncharted territory.
Yeah. So, and that's what's great, because I feel like we need to only take certain tiny little pieces now from the comic, right, to keep this super unpredictable. Because so there were some moments here where I was like, man, because we don't know the true outcome as of today of what Andy and Denai are going to do for the future. Yeah. Yes, we hope there's more on the table for them to do. I know they've kind of talked about some things, right? But again, them talking about some stuff doesn't mean it's a guarantee. Right. So in here, I was like, oh man, I can kind of see, because of the way The Walking Dead's trained me, at least, it's like, all right, she's stuck. We got a ninja walker. When they go to talk and they take off the clothes,
somebody's going to get find a bite. 2 episodes left.
2 episodes left. She'll make it, and then that's when she goes, or Rick makes it, and that's when he goes. So I'm glad none of that happened. No ninja walker stuff. So I'm happy. With this episode, Denai crushed it in the writing. I feel like, kind of like we kind of watched a little bit of the
Walking Dead Insider.
Yeah. And I do like how they said, Michonne, or Denai was talking about Michonne's expectations of when she met Rick, which makes all the sense in the world. She thought one thing, Rick has basically changed for the most part.
She was expecting Rick of 8 years ago.
Yeah, she was expecting Rick seasons 1 through 7, Rick 1 through 8 a little bit, and did not get that because of the trauma that Rick has been through, because of all the events that led to this moment for Rick. In one sense, I totally get it because of the psyche that he's put himself through of 4 attempts, and each attempt denied in some shape, fashion, form, whatever, only to get saved by Okafor those 4 times, which they've highlighted in here. Also, like the reckoning. I'm kind of bouncing around here, folks. The acting. Let me go to that. The acting, and I don't know if you notice this, so jump in if we hit something that kind of triggers you. The acting in this one. Now, the overall 4 episodes that we've gotten so far has been top notch. I feel like this one this felt like something that wasn't Walking Dead at all. It was great.
It almost felt like a different show the way Andy and Denai acted in this episode. It felt like, I don't want to say they were holding back on their original stuff in The Walking Dead, because obviously they put everything into it. I just think they brought it to another level in this episode, from their delivery, facial expressions, everything. It was up there.
Yeah, that first, I feel like we got 2 halves, or you could even break this down into quarters if you really wanted to. I feel like that the first 10 minutes where they were just trying, Denai was just trying to get something out of him. And then it was Rick just being real. He showed us that he accepted what was going on, even right or wrong. Denai was not accepting it whatsoever. The frustrations with their conversation. I think what I'm trying to say is that whole thing in that first 10 minutes when they were in the dark talking before it got sunlight, that felt like a very true, honest, real conversation between couples.
Yeah.
The fighting, the thing going off, and where is that coming from?
That was good. And that's what it would be too, right? Because you'd be amped up in the moment. This thing keeps going off. Where the hell is that thing?
It felt very real, very relatable. So bravo again to Denai for the writing. Bravo to Andy and Denai for the acting on that.
Yep.
Top notch.
I did like how Denai had to try like 3 different ways to get through to Rick. It was almost like she tried to get through with a hammer, then she tried to get through with another tool, and then finally she had to kind of open up her heart a little bit, to get through to him. So that was interesting, the different techniques that she had to use to try to get through to Rick and try to snap him out of it.
Yeah, 100%, because that was my next point here. Rick, Michonne trying to make Rick remember the old Rick in whatever way. Perfectly said. Like, she tried multiple avenues after she accepted that her expectation wasn't going to be met, essentially, right? The journey, this very much felt like more of a Michonne perspective, if I'm saying that correctly, because I felt like we were on her journey to bring Rick back. Like, I felt like I was with Michonne, because there's a couple times in there where I was like, man, Rick is kind of getting annoying with this. But it's not fair really to say, because if a person was in a certain situation for X amount of years.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he was totally traumatized for 8 years. And like, look, as much as we think Rick is our badass and he can't be stopped, nobody can hold out indefinitely. And it's been 8 years that they just got through him and psychologically broke him.
Yeah, and guys, with the partying, we may be annoying about like, don't do it, don't do it.
You know what happened.
Folks, I love how they put that in there, because they had to know, Andy, Gimple, and Denai had to know, if we put these in here, this is going to make the audience kind of sit on the edge of their seat.
Yeah, real uneasy.
Because it's like, it's great, but the situation that they're in, because of the potential dangers, it's like, stop, you got a building coming down on you right now, you're trying to make a little baby again.
That's what I'm saying, like,
it's great though. It's pure greatness, because it's getting us to emotionally react, which is fantastic.
Get invested.
So, again, with the ending, it felt almost too good to be true, and I was really hoping none of that conversation was foreshadowing, because Nat, when he said, "Is it him?" We kind of said it might come back again, because he was kind of foreshadowing again this instance of Rick. So, man, what a breath of fresh air finally for The Walking Dead. And like you said, for these characters to get sole focus on, I think this is when Gimple, Denai, Andy, and the rest of the crew really shine. And the budget that they have for this now is fantastic. So it's funny, because I want the other characters to come back, like Eugene's and all of them too.
Sure.
But for now, I'm happy with what we're getting. Hopefully, we'll have some big gathering eventually. I know Gimple's made several comments kind of alluding to it. I still feel like we're going to get something with Morgan. I just got a feeling. It could be really wrong. I'm total speculation, but let me know what your guys' thoughts are too. I feel like we're going to get somebody at the end of season, at the end of the episode, whether it be some kind of like quick post credit like they did in season 5 with Morgan kind of walking down the tracks. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think on that too.
Yeah, I mean, well, speculation, you folks let us know. I mean, Jadis is obviously going to turn up again. I was almost waiting for them to be going in the truck and to make the turn around the city and to turn into a wave of walkers, and then they would fade to black, kind of like what Rick did in season 1 with the horse when he was in Atlanta. So I expected to see that. What I'm wondering from the next 2 episodes is the next episode, because they've kind of been going back and forth a little bit this season. Will the next episode be more from Rick's point of view a little bit? Because like you said, Diamond Dave, I thought this episode kind of put us in Michonne's perspective a little bit of trying to bring Rick back to who he was. And now I'm wondering, will we see things from Rick's point of view a little bit? So that'll be interesting to see. But either way, 2 episodes left. I'm still going to hold out. There's no way there's only 1 season of this. They got to give us more. I mean, AMC, Andy, Denai, Gimple, aren't you guys enjoying this? Isn't this fun? I mean, you guys are crushing it and making a fantastic product. Who doesn't want more of that? Why stop now?
Yeah, well, and I want to touch base on Carl, too. Man, was that kind of emotional seeing that stuff that they were showing us.
Yeah, when he was a little boy.
Yeah, because of that walk, because that was used in season 8 at the end, where, they finally got closure on the whole war with Negan. So seeing that brought memories back from that. And of course, the way they were using it here kind of was emotional too a little bit. And then of course, showing Chandler, it was great to see. I'm still not happy with the whole thing that went down with Carl or Chandler in the back, in the background, we'll just say, behind the scenes. But whatever, I guess for now, that's a different time, different story, different time.
And also fantastic to see that they addressed Michonne's scars that she had and brought up Daryl. How many times in The Walking Dead have we seen stuff not get addressed? So Michonne did hold a little bit back on how the way her story went, but it got the point across that she would do anything. So again, glad they brought that up, but Rick doesn't even say, hey, how is Daryl?
That, and the one thing we're leaving out too is the kids. Finally, the truth came out. Well, it's not like she was totally hiding it. It's just not really a good time to bring it up until now. The children. That was great that you picked that up right away, because when she said our children, and then
Rick's like face, multiple children. I just had one.
So it was great that they finally brought that in too. Again, overall, I sound like I'm just flowers for everyone. You guys are doing so good. You guys are doing great with everything. All the little things. I think for me at least, that's what's great about what they're doing here, is they're pulling Easter eggs in. They're pulling all the little things in and hitting on it. Now, yes, I'm going to nitpick the whole Rick can't drive stick. There's no, at least to me, every...
Oh, you know what? He doesn't have a hand. Well, I mean, I guess he could kind of steer and shift a little bit, but maybe it's because of the hand thing. I didn't even think about that.
There we go. Yeah,
maybe that's what it was.
Well, in reality,
because it was a fist. I mean,
in reality, let's back this one up here. Year. So, folks, we all know that you could push in the clutch, drive with the. It's possible. Is it feasible or responsible to do? Absolutely not.
If you got Michonne who's sitting there perfectly capable, that makes sense now. I think it's hard to do. It out.
Yeah, so we figured that out. Long way there, but there's probably already comments. There's probably already comments now that are like, "You idiots! He doesn't have a hand. You try driving a clutch without a hand." So kudos to you.
Yep.
You're not going to see this probably because you probably left your comment and bailed already. But yeah, so we acknowledge your comment calling us stupid there if you did. So anyway, again with the end with Carl, just everything's great. I'm going to shut up because this is too good. I need to edit. So
all right, folks. So for Diamond Dave Damone, I'm Mason Quinn. This has been Bad Medicine. We will see you back here for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. What a ride it's been. 2 to go, folks.